again. We are back with another episode of Dirty Laundry, and today our guest is
EMA.
EMA, Erica
Hello.
M. Anderson.
Sure.
On your blog, I read that you were talked into calling your band EMA. How did that come about?
Well, this is the thing, you know, I'm like, oh, well, I have a name. I'm really bad with finding names, so I'm like, well, I have a name for my, like, conceptual, deconstruction of American folk music project. I have a name that I do my video under, and I have this other name for this band I want to start, and at some point it's like, I think you need to choose like one name, maybe. So I chose my initials so that I can do stuff like write and continue to make videos and do music and have it all kind of be in one place. And plus someone made me this necklace, and then I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, because it was going to be ox. I was thinking my kind of like if this was inverted. It came to me in a dream while I was napping. But then someone made me this necklace, and I was like, well,
now
okay, I guess it's this. Yeah, everyone's like, oh, I really like that necklace. Why don't you just call it? And now it's broken, though. I broke it.
Fuck California, you made me boring. I bled all my blood out, but these red pants, they don't show that.
What does Ezra think of the new stuff?
I think he likes it. You know, he is the one that actually, you know, after we had kind of broken up, we had been working on stuff. I had been working on stuff that we were thinking about releasing up in West Oakland, and he was living down here, but I was kind of the one like really putting in a lot of time in the studio more. So when we broke up, he wrote me an email not long afterwards saying, you know, you should take whatever you want, take anything we worked on, take everything we've worked on, please, you know, release as an EP, just put it out. And so yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, I mean, I think he's really stoked that it's coming out, and I think it would have been even like much more insulting if I would have said, okay, well, I'm re-recording these songs I've written because you played on them or whatever. It's just like, you know, he put in work on stuff, so he's on the record, and I think he's happy to be there, and I'm happy to have him there. So.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from South Dakota.
From South Dakota.
Which is why I heard your Ohio accent when I said, "Oh, pleased to meet ya."
Pleased to meet ya.
Pleased to meet ya.
How do
yeah.
you do?
And I was like, "Oh, I got a Midwest gal over here."
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
What brought you to California? Was it the music or?
Kind of.
That's okay.
Hello.
We like extras.
Yeah, you know, I turned 18 and I was supposed to kind of go somewhere, and so I was a little bit kind of throwing darts at a map, and I was like, you know, there's some really rad songs about LA. So I was thinking, oh, you know, Guns N' Roses are from LA, Welcome to the Jungle, and I was like, Doors, LA Woman, seems cool, seems alright. So I was like, well, pick the right song. Yeah, so I guess you could say that, but it wasn't like I was coming here to be like, oh, I didn't think I'd come here and start a band. I was actually more interested in film and video at the time.
Right on.
But not even, I was kind of naive about the way things work, because I think it is hard to just kind of roll up to the LA film industry and, hey, I'm here from the Midwest, what's up? You need me, right? What can I direct? You know, even though I was more interested in experimental stuff, but I found that kind of gravitated back to music and, you know, started going to the Smell like a ton, which I kind of like came up, started doing just a lot, playing there all the time. Before it was kind of like, before it was maybe like as revered as it is now. Like I love the Smell forever. Love Jen, everyone that worked there. But you know, there was a time when it was like, you know, what are you doing tonight? It's like going to the Smell again. You know, it's like where are you playing the Smell? Like always, you know, because we just hung out there like all the time. So but anyway, so that was great. So I just kind of got back into doing music.
What is your day job?
Well, I was for many years a substitute teacher.
Oh, cool.
K through 12, Berkeley, Oakland, Emeryville. So that was interesting. It was completely varied. You know, one day I'd be in a Berkeley kindergarten, handing out like organic snacks and granola for breakfast. The next day I'd be at like you know, West Oakland High School, and I'd be like, can you stop shooting dice? Dice not allowed. Put it away. Put it away. You know, yeah, I know who Lil Wayne is. What, you know, type of thing.
But I'm gonna give him all I got when you showed up at that spot. I almost threw up on the spot, and I wish I had.
How did it come about?
Well, I've been working on this project that was like, you know, kind of like a digital deconstruction, reconstruction of American folk music, you know, kind of positing, you know, what is folk music if it's now being made on a computer, drone is the new folk, you know, who's making it, whatever. So using traditional American songs, but exploring their structure and exploring their, you know, fidelity and electronics. And so then I went to a talk that David Harrington was giving at University of California, Berkeley, and he had just played some different stuff. I mean, he just rolls up in like jeans and like a flannel, and he's just like he's like a cool dude, you know. Yeah. He's hanging out. And at the end of it, I asked a question about, you know, I was like, oh, do you use fidelity as an instrument in the studio? Some sort of question like that. And he was really like kind of turned on by that question. He was like, oh man, that's great. So he got really into that. Then at the end of the thing, he gave me a CD, and he gave me his address. He said, oh yeah, you know, here, you know, write me or whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, that's crazy, you played all these versions of this one song, because I'm working on a version of that. And I was just, okay, I was like, all right, so whatever, this is, you know, I'm sure I'm not going to hear anything, but I put together a package, I sent it to him. And this is the same package that I've been sending out to lots of different kind of like underground labels and either noise labels or experimental stuff, and everyone was just like, this is, you know, I think people thought it was too noisy to be folk, and it was too much girly singing to be a noise record, a harsh noise record. So it was just really falling through the cracks, and people were just not really getting it. And then I sent him this package, and he emailed me. He's like, oh, hey, I'd like to talk to you about this record that you made or something. And I was out of town at the time, so I'm like, I would love to meet with you, but I can't. So I'm just like, well, that's it. You know, I'm not going to get, that was my chance. You know, I'm surprised I got that far. And then he got back at me again, like a couple months later, to be like, hey, come here if you're in town, please, let's meet up. And he's like, I met with him, and he's like, I love the record. This really makes a lot of sense to me. Like, he was just like, this is, you know, I want to do stuff. It was basically, we were on the same track with stuff, kind of like deconstruction, American folk music, like all this sort of thing. And that just really, like, totally made it for me after having so many people be like, what is this? And then be like, okay, this guy gets it, and this guy's a badass, you know?
That's awesome.
So it was really validating.
Glad to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Take care now.
Take care now, Wade.